Hi there, this is Linda and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to take you along with me as I journal over the course of a weekend. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, you guys, it is Saturday afternoon, just slightly after noon, and we spent all morning running errands. So this is my first chance to get into the craft room, into my craft room today. It's August 15th. I have nothing on this page, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and open up my journal. And I am super excited that the Washi Tape Shop sent me some washi stickers to use in my journal. So I wanted to go ahead and open these up with you guys on camera and start setting up my page for today. So let me go ahead and open these. Actually, for one of them, I want to pull the sticker though. So they mark their new rolls with this cute washi tape logo sticker, which obviously has to be saved for my journal. So I'm going to try to preserve this one, but I'm not going to preserve all of them. But let's go ahead and open these up. I'm actually going to get, this is my notes book. Let me just flip to a random page. Okay, so I'm just gonna mark, so this is the pre-cut spring cafe. So I'm just gonna write down the ones I have just in case you are interested in getting them, and also so I can remember what I have. So the Washi Tape Shop, honestly, it's a little misleading of a name to me because I just assumed that they made washi tape, but what they make are die cut washi tape. So they make PET tape and washi tape. I always opt for the washi tape, but honestly, I've started to like PET tape, so maybe in the future I'll switch. This one is like a spring cafe. And I know it's totally not spring right now, but some of these I could still use, like the coffees, little cafes, a little ice cream. Someone is mowing outside, so I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. Hopefully you can't. Let me just roll this back up. Definitely will use that more in the springtime, but possibly we'll use some of that this weekend. Let's continue. We have pre-cut summer. They're all pre-cut, so I'm just not gonna write that. Summer Bazaar. This one I'm super excited about. Okay, I'm super excited about this one because this one is like a bunch of veggies, and we have been eating much healthier lately. I always have eaten pretty healthy, but we've been specifically trying to diet a little bit. And specifically just not necessarily lose weight diet, but just eat healthier, more protein and such, just paying more attention to that and the nutrients we're getting. So I thought this would be a super great one for that. It always messes up a little bit right there. There's the little cart and the baskets and then all these veggies. Oh my goodness. It just keeps going. These, they do repeat eventually, but it has not yet repeated. Okay, there, finally repeats right here. It doesn't even fit all on camera. But yeah, that's incredible. So definitely gonna use this one. I'm gonna put music on and open the rest of these so that I can not take too long. Okay, let's look at what we've got here. So, we already did those two. Then we have the summer cafe. So I had the spring cafe, but I think this is why I got this set in this time of year, even though it's a little, I think I just take these off, honestly. Even though it's a little late for a spring one this summer. Wow. Look at how cute this is, you guys. I'm super excited for these and to use some of these in my spreads, my journal, and just adorable. Okay, so then I have the summer market, which I think this is like a farmer's market one, but let me not speak too fast. Let's see what it actually is. No, it's more like a garden market. Flowers. Is this actually the summer market one? Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, there's some like fruits and stuff. Oh, look at that. So freaking cute. I am obsessed with this. Okay. And these are like, there's so many different patterns before it repeats, which I love because getting a full like row or full roll of PET stickers, awesome, except that when they repeat so much, then like, I don't know, I don't use the same one over and over again. I'll use it a few times, but okay. So then this set is called Paw Parlor, and there's 4 of them, and I picked these out because if you guys know me, I love my cat and love cats in general, but I'm obsessed with my cat. So these are gonna be perfect for that. Yep, it always messes up at the beginning, but look at all the cats in the chairs. This one does repeat quicker, but so cute. Okay, let's see what else we have. But it comes with 4 rolls, so, and each roll is different. I've gotten a few of these sets from the Washi Tape Shop like this, where there's like a few different rolls in a set. I love that little plants. Oh, so freaking cute. And like cats and chairs. Always, always, always going to need that. This one looks very similar. I think because these are kind of similar, I might keep like one of them out with my regular like washi that I can reach regularly on my desk, and then the other ones, this one just came off. The other rolls I will keep in like my backup storage, and then I'll just rotate them out because I don't think I'm gonna need all 4 of these rolls available to me all the time, which is good because it gets hard to keep these types of things available on my desk where I actually use them. More little like funky cats and chairs. Okay, and then the last set that I picked is a little different, and I thought it'd be super fun. These are called the Heritage Snippets Scripts, which I'm not sure why it's called that. But these are little like patterns and just like stickers that are, ooh, wait, this is stuck. Don't want to do that. I messed that part up, but they're just like little patterns for layering. It's so freaking cute. And I feel like I'm gonna use these a lot. Definitely gonna use these in my spread this weekend. And then this one is similar. I need to figure out the best way to peel this sticker off the edge. So this one has more like circle shapes. And then there's one more. Sorry, I don't want this entire video to be an unboxing of my Washi Tape Shop roll order, but super cute. And the Washi Tape Shop was kind enough to send me all of these products so I could share them with you guys in my journal spreads. And so definitely check out the description box below if you're interested in some of your own to layer and use in your journal. I have links in the description box below. Okay, so it is now, like I said, Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, and I'm gonna journal a little bit about my morning. And today, the other thing was, while we were running errands, I actually picked up some more Sharpie Creative markers. I already have a couple sets, but this is like a new color set I had never seen called Warm Tones. So I'm going to probably swatch these on here as well. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna put you guys on voiceover or in a combination of voiceover and music while I do my journaling. And I just kind of want to take you along with me over the weekend as I do my journaling and stuff so that you can see kind of like what a weekend looks like in my journal. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey you guys, I am journaling for Saturday morning, and right now my favorite title markers to use, and usually forever, the Tombow Funisuke. I like the hard and the soft tip. I use them for different things, and you'll see me use them both in this spread. For my main journaling, I'm using my Pilot Vanishing Point with a fine tip that was custom adjusted by the pen doctor at Stationery Fest, and I needed it custom adjusted because I'm a lefty, and the Pilot Vanishing Point and really most Pilot pens are not designed for lefties. Some fountain pens, I can still get them to work perfectly fine, but I really struggled with this one, and now it's amazing. So I'm super happy about that. And I have the Diatramentus Archive ink in it. So that's kind of my go-to black pen that you'll see in these spreads when I'm writing with black ink. I'm making a list here of the Washi Tape Shop products that I just got. I swatch new washi in here, but I'm not going to swatch these because it would take up multiple pages to do one of everything. So I just added the little washi tape logo with a piece from one of the decorative sets. And I'm using that as just kind of like a little intro to make a bullet point list of the ones that I got, which I like to just kind of have a record of that as something that happened on this day. For my journaling, I don't always journal about what happened on the day. Sometimes I do, but other times I'm just journaling about whatever I'm thinking about, whatever's on my mind. Often it is a story from the day or a highlight of something that happened. But my journal spreads very rarely include a story of everything that happened in the day. And if you guys caught that, pumpkin just walked by. Instead, I'm really just journaling sometimes a few highlights or just whatever's on my mind. So there really are no rules for me as far as what I'm journaling. For my title, I used one of the new Sharpie creative markers that I got, and then I outlined it with the Tombow Funisuke hard tip. And I made sure that the Sharpie was totally dry before doing that because I don't want to mess up my Tombow marker, but I love the way that that looks. And now I wanted to put some vegetables. I rolled out the Washi Tape Shop rolls here, and unfortunately some of these were kind of off the bottom of the screen, but you'll see what I put in my spread here. But what we did Saturday was we went grocery shopping, so I wanted to document that, and so I pulled a couple of the veggies because we did buy a lot of veggies. So I wanted to just journal about grocery shopping and where we went and just kind of what we were looking for, the changes we're making to our diet. Here I'm using the soft tip Tombow Funisuke. For the other titles, I did the hard tip, so you can see the difference. And I'm just going to journal a little bit about that. In my journal, I like to include a lot of stickers and doodles and other things, collage items. I always add ephemera in if I have any, and you'll see I'm going to add some in here in this spread in a little bit. But I do a lot of journaling, and I've been thinking a lot about my journaling practice and what I want it to look like in 2027. And I'm thinking of switching it up quite a bit. I'm actually thinking of moving into traveler's notebooks, not because I don't love this system and this setup, but I think that a traveler's notebook might give me the flexibility I need with a narrower page. So I don't have to do like columns. I can just journal all the way across the page. And smaller pages for days that not a lot happens, but the ability to do more than one page on days that more is going on. So we'll see. I will share more about that as we get closer to the new year. I will share my complete setup and my plan for it. If you have missed it so far, I am sharing a Techokaigi series for me of what is going on for 2027 in my plans. So far, I've shared 2 videos in that series. One was my just initial thoughts and reflection on 2026. And the second one was the setup of my craft planner, which is the only one that I have fully solidified at this point. I am adding in here a piece of ephemera from the drink that I picked up at Whole Foods on our trip, our grocery trip. And so that's just a piece of ephemera that I wanted to include in my spread. Next, I'm moving on to my take a note. So I've started shifting my process as I'm thinking about my 2027 lineup and what I want to do. And I have stopped doing my take a note in the style that I was doing because it was just too time consuming and I wasn't enjoying the process. I love the completed spreads, but I just wasn't enjoying the process of creating them. So instead, I'm using my take a note to just write down the details of what I did every day in a very simple format. So at this point, I'm just filling out what happened so far on Saturday. I like to update this at least once per day, even if I don't have time to do any other journaling for the day. This is the spread I want to update wherever I'm writing down these quick notes so that I don't forget what happened when I come back to fill in all of my details. Okay, with all of this new stuff, I have too much stuff to fit in my trays here. So I'm going to do the markers first, and then I'll do the washi tapes. But essentially, I have the Sharpie Creative markers. I have the fine tip. I have the bold ones. And these new ones I bought are also bold, but they're not all going to fit in here. So I need to swatch them all and pick my favorites to keep in here. And then maybe the other ones might go in here. Or I have overflow markers for more colors of things in my closet. So I'm just going to go ahead and take all of these out and swatch them and pick the ones that I want to keep in here because there are probably some colors that I'm not going to use very much. And then I'll go from there. I think there's like space in the back here. And I have just some random stuff. So I'm just going to like combine these ones together in this one. These like random things. And then this side, I think I can put some extra washi tape back there of Kiss Cut rolls because I don't have enough space for my Kiss Cut rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys back on music and let's see how this comes together. Okay, so here are some of mine. This is where I keep my PET tapes. A lot of these are from the Washi Tape Shop. Some are from other vendors. Some are like samples from friends. And I need to figure out how I want to store these. And I also have this little space here. I'm thinking maybe I could do put some there. I also have some that are not in either of these because they are my like less frequently used. So these are the ones that are like on top of my desk. So I definitely want, let's see if I can fit some like of these samples from friends like this to take less space. There we go. And then I have some, so I have, this is like a coffee lovers one from the Washi Tape Shop. And then I have these like outdoorsy ones, which I do really love, but they are more like travel themed. This one's also travel themed. So maybe I can put those back here because I don't need, I'm not going to use these ones as much. And that one I will, but it's fits. So I'm going to do that and put those away. And then let's see of the new things, what I can get into here and what I want. So this one is very, yeah, like this is like a very spring. So I'm thinking some of these, maybe I'll do them seasonally. I'm not sure. I love, they're all so cute. How do you decide, right? And I think some of these I'm going to keep out on my desk too, because while they're new, I'm going to keep them out. But let's see, I'm going to put the food. Ooh, this might be too tall. Let's see. Yes. So I've had this before where some of these Washi Tape Shop ones are taller. These are all taller and they don't fit in this drawer. So that actually makes this easier because then I just won't put the tall ones in here. And then all these smaller ones, so like these are these like basic shape ones. These should go in here. I have this one. And then these are some that I already had. And then I have these new cat ones. I think I want to keep one of them in here, not all of them, but for now I'm just going to keep them on my desk. So I'm going to put, let's see, what should I put back in here? I knew it would fit. Okay, so I'm gonna put those away. And these other ones, I'm gonna leave out on my desk right now while I journal for this weekend. And then I will probably see if I can find maybe another tray that I can keep them in that is on my desk or in this area. But now what I'm gonna do is I am going to put this stuff away. And you guys saw my journaling spread so far today. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space here to journal later. Let me just flip through. So I have some gaps I need to fill in the last few days. So I'm probably going to do that at some point. But I also need to film some content for my YouTube channel. So I'm probably going to work on that now and put my journal away and work on some other projects. And I will pop back on with some more pieces of my weekend. Okay, it is Saturday evening. I had a very busy rest of the day. I filmed a video. My daughter had some car trouble, so I had to help her with that. I did yoga. I made dinner. I went for a walk. I did dishes, all of that. So I am back in my craft room, as is pretty usual for me. It is 7:21 p.m. and I am going to finish up my page. But first, so I got some new Ferris wheel press inks in the mail, and I want to swatch them. I already did my journaling for today, so I'm going to swatch them on tomorrow. Totally fine for me. That way when I come down tomorrow to start my journaling, I will already have them swatched, and I'm going to ink them up in pens. So I swatched them on my page, and I also have a swatch page here. So I'm going to swatch these, and I have on my computer, I pull up the website where I got them, where there's swatches, so I can see kind of what they're gonna kind of look like, so I can pick where to put them. So I think This one is a pink. This is a green. And this is a red orange. But the problem is I'm out of space. So I'm going to end up putting this one, I think I'll put it in the light blues. I think what I'm gonna need to do is start a new book of just my fountain pen inks. I also have, this is my 2025 cousin. And in here I have all of my fountain pens because I started getting them at the end of 2024 and I wanted to keep track of where I got them from, how much they cost, what they were, because sometimes it doesn't say on it what the tip is so I can remember. And so I wanted to track that. And I've been still putting them in here even though this is my 2025 cousin. And at some point I'm gonna run out of room, but it also is silly to go back and put it in that book. So I think next year I'm probably gonna do a ink and pen journal that's separate from my actual journal to swatch them. So let me actually, let's see. We need today's page and we also need this. So I'm going to swatch them in both places. I'm going to swatch on here first, but then I'm going to need to flip it to here. So let me just move my tab. And then I'm going to need some like paper in between there to make sure it doesn't bleed. So I have just like extra paper and I'm just going to grab some sheets and stick them in here to make sure that it doesn't bleed onto the next page on both that and here. So let's start here and let me get the pink. I'm going to do the pink first. I know paintbrush is not like the most common way to swatch, but it's what I found works the best for me. I know people use like dip pens, but I actually prefer the way it looks and just using paintbrush. That one has some shimmer to it. Nice. Okay. I'm going to actually put you guys on music so this video is not way too long while I swatch all of these. Okay, so you can see I got 3 new inks from Ferris Wheel Press. And if you don't know, I'm an affiliate with Ferris Wheel Press. So I do have a discount code and link if you're interested in getting any of the inks from them. They are my favorite company for colorful inks. I use black ink very often because I like my main journaling to just look neutral, but whenever I do want a colored ink, I always reach for a Ferris Wheel Press ink. So they sent me 3 this month, which I think are so cute. And here I am inking them up in my pens, including my brand new Pink Lemonade TWSBI Eco, which I'm super excited to have. So in that pen, I am putting the Ferris Wheel Press Dragon's Hollow, which is this beautiful pink color that I got. You'll see I'm also going to ink up my TWSBI Eco Extra Fine with the black lid, which is actually my favorite TWSBI Eco that I have. this is how I store my fountain pens in this box here. And so this is actually my favorite TWSBI Eco. I love the TWSBI Eco. If you're new to fountain pens and you want to try them out, I highly recommend this pen. However, they have really poor quality control, so some of them are great and some are a little scratchy. So that one is my absolute favorite. And I put Ferris Wheel Press Ashen Valour in it, which is like a dark gray green, which I think is going to be super useful. And then I'm using this clear TWSBI Eco, which is actually one of my least favorite pens, but I did want to just use it. None of my pens match this ink. I've started wanting to match my inks to my pen, so the clear one is good for that purpose. And this is called the Rise of Embers, and it looks like it's a little bit of like an orangey pink, but it has so much shimmer, and the shimmer is pink. It's just super pretty. So I love all of these inks that I got this month, and I'm super excited about that. What I end up doing here is I pulled over my 5-year journal, and in my 5-year journal, I'm creating a currently inked page just a couple days ago when I had a page that I skipped. I like to do this about once a month for my 5-year journal themes. And usually when my plan is when I come through in the next couple years, it's not necessarily going to be that exact day that I'm inking up my fountain pens, but it will be around then when I do change my colors. I like to do a currently inked page so I remember which ink I have in which pen, because otherwise I'm going to forget. And when I start writing with it, I'm not going to know what it's going to look like. If I don't finish a spread and I want to come back later, I won't remember what pen to use. And if I want to put leftover ink back in the bottle when I'm done using it and ready to clean it out, I want to make sure that I'm putting it in the right bottle. So here I'm just writing out all of the pens that I have inked up, all the fountain pens I have inked up right now, which includes the 3 I just did, this additional TWSBI Eco, which has Ferris Wheel Press Memories in Amber, which is a kind of like yellow or dirty yellow copper color. No, maybe not copper, but yellow that I really like. And then a couple of black ones. And so I'm just writing that on my 5-year journal there. I have a spread at the beginning of each month that says which theme is on each page. If you want to learn more about my 5-year journal, I share a monthly flip through of that in my monthly books flip through. The most recent one I just shared was July. So I will link that in the description box below if you're interested in seeing that, if you want to learn more about that book. And then I'm just going back to my journal and I'm going to finish my journal spread for today. As I was working on this, I used one of the Washi Tape Washi Tape Shop stickers that says summer, because that's my daughter's name and I got a phone call from her, so I wanted to tell that story. Her car broke down, so I had to walk her through that process. She's 21, so she's on her own, but definitely needs a lot of handholding whenever life happens. So I wanted to tell that story. And you saw I also flipped to Sunday because there was the cutest Washi Tape Shop sticker of a cat rolling in grass, and I just had to use it. So I put that on Sunday because it wouldn't fit here. And then I'm just adding a Coffee Monster Co. sticker to finish off my Saturday spread. Good morning. It is now Sunday, and you guys saw that I started my page for today last night. I swatched my new fountain pen inks and I put them in pens. I finished up my Saturday page, and then I added in this sticker from the Washi Tape Shop because it is so cute and it's like pumpkin enjoying outside, although he doesn't lay in the grass because he's a princess and he really likes his hard finished surfaces like the cement. He doesn't like the scratchiness of the grass. But yeah, so this morning I already filmed a video. I had my coffee, I filmed a video, and now I'm going to start my journaling for today. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in here and do a little bit of journaling. Because this book has gotten so chunky, I have to flip it back on itself, and I've been clipping the page down to do my journaling. And I think I'm probably going to use some of these colors in here. I did ink up my pens and I put it in my 5-year journal. Let me find the right page. I tend to do my currently inked in my 5-year journal on just like a recent day. And that way I can kind of remember what pen has what ink in it. And ooh, seeing that Rise of Embers is so shimmery now in the sun. But yeah, so let me go ahead and put you guys on voiceover and music and do some journaling this morning.
So right now I'm updating my house journal, and right before that I updated my take a note, and both of these I'm tracking kind of what yard work and things I did around the house, things that needed to get done, and keeping track of all of my chores and just checking things off my to-do list. After I did all of that, I'm working on my daily journal page again. You saw that this is in the afternoon, so I had gone and done some yard work and some other things this morning, and I'm just checking in here. I'm not going to end up finishing this page on this video, which is pretty typical. Often on Sunday nights, I just want to relax, spend time with my boyfriend, so I don't end up coming back into my craft room. And I ended up finishing up this page on Monday, which is after I finished filming this video. Hopefully this video helps give you some ideas for how my journal pages come together over the course of a weekend, and I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the Washi Tape Shop stickers that I used in my journal. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and as always, I hope to see you guys all in the next one. Bye!